with Emu recognizing Brook. I think it's confirmed that Emu was there. We already kind of assumed
Yeah,
he was
you
in the
saw little thing
flashback.
sticking out of Mars, right? It was Mars. Mars is the bird. I get that fucked up.
I think so. Well, to me, I'm also like, there have been 2 instances of surprise, I think, from Emu, maybe 3. I think 2. And it was like Loki being the Nidhogg. The fight with Loki, he was a bit surprised, and then this somebody recognizing Shuri caught him off guard. Which is interesting because in the background, Luffy is still fighting Gear 5 Luffy. Again, it's less about like not intimidated because he's seen it before. It's less like, or it's more like he's like, I'm not intimidated by Joy Boy's power. I've seen this before.
Well, so I want to wait till we get through technically the entire chapter because I have a slight counterpoint to that because I'll just be real, because I think the way it was explained is a little odd. I'd have to go back and reread the chapters, and probably in a volume form, maybe it's better. I don't think, of the things to be critical about Oda for, I don't think he gave us a great way to explain Joy Boy and Nika being different characters. I think because it's a part of this big Vegapunk, it's kind of a part of a big Vegapunk dump, plus other clues we've had along the way. Like, there's a lot of times where I think up until that Vegapunk speech, if you had said, oh, yeah, Joy Boy and Nika, same person, it's connected through the fruit, etc., like, that's probably a really valid 10, 15-year theory. Like, we didn't really get the separation of them until Vegapunk. Because it's like, oh, he's the first pirate, and because he goes, Emu was described as, I don't really know if he's good or evil, but I know, like, he exists. Joy Boy is the first pirate, and Nika was this deity. And as I'm saying that sounds clean, but I remember reading it, and again, when I'm just kind of going back through, like, my One Piece catalog of characters, I myself am like, oh yeah, Joy Boy and Nika are different people. Which is where I think Emu, at the end of this chapter, also we got that realization. I did love this, of like, to the Brook point, it is really interesting because he's technically never, like, he's only can recognize Brook's Afro. Because Brook was alive the last time Emu saw him. Like, full on flesh, bones, everything. He was like, oh, he knows Shuri and a man with an Afro calling Gunko Princess Shuri. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess the skeleton with an Afro is also this rant. Because, like, Brook's not well known. Brook is from a relatively small kingdom. And he was the captain of the Knights. But again, this is different than being like, what's a good example? Someone like Igraham, as weird as it is probably more well known to the world because Alabasta is a bigger player in the world than what's it, Asperia? Is that where he's from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like that's a funny, like, the only I can connect you to this guy from over 100 years ago now, or right at about 100 years, is the Afro. Or 6 years ago, I'm sorry. 6 years ago is when he stole her?
Yeah, Brook's 90.
Yeah.
This is also an interesting take, too. He goes, a man with an afro calling Gunko Princess Shuri. Could it be? And, yeah, it could be the afro being recognized.
Don't be memorized, by the way. Bro.
But it could also, depending on how old Emu is, it could also be him going, I need that fruit. That's a power. That's the resurrection fruit.
I don't remember if we actually said it, because I know there was a week we missed. I don't remember if this was said on microphone or not, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But we did start talking about, is there a potential Brook has died multiple times, and his fruit is actually an infinite respawn? And the only reason he's turned to bones this last time, we did say this on mic, so that reason he turned to bones is because he got lost this last trip. But, like, as a kid, eating all the fucking trash, and the king making a point of saying, like, how are you not dead? And he's like, I don't know, I just took a nap and then I woke up. And it's like those naps or moments like when Shuri stabbed him. It's like, oh, that should have killed you. But his soul made it back really quick and he just woke up. And so if that power exists and he's like, huh, so you got that. Because I need that fruit because however Emu has achieved eternal life clearly has a setback because, or at least we assume it to have a setback because they keep saying he can't be on quote unquote Earth or regular people land for too long.